Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, people. But first, friends, temperatures aren't the only thing rising. Gasoline prices, food prices, tensions throughout society, global conflicts, supply chain breakdowns, you name it. Experts say the looming global food crisis will be worse than any year since World War II. What should you do? Go to preparewithjericho.com and get your long-term emergency food storage from My Patriot Supply while you still can. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company with millions of satisfied customers. Their food lasts for up to 25 years in storage. When you need it, it will be there. Act quickly and save $150 on a 3-month emergency food kit. These kits provide breakfast, lunch, dinners, drinks, and snacks totaling over 2,000 calories a day. You won't go hungry when you have this emergency food. So go to preparewithjericho.com and save $150 on your 3-month food kit. That's preparewithjericho.com. Get your family's emergency food while there's still time. Go to preparewithjericho.com. And again, with the papers. I love doing that. I feel like a real newscaster. Look at this. My son was in here before. He likes to get on here and do videos or do little fake videos. He thinks it's recording before I do. Believe me, my reading level is higher than that, people. I promise. Hello. Bienvenue. Welcome. Come on in. I see everybody in the comment section already. Look at you guys early to class. If you're on time, you're late. What is it? If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. Tony Montana, I see you, man. See. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. That is right, Tony Montana. Shout it from the mountaintops. Linda Knoll, yes, he is. We'll be talking about him too because you saw the title of this shit. Can you? The title of this live is Trump, Take the Wheel. Because, well, we'll get into that. Let me finish saying hello to everybody. I don't want to get ahead of myself. T-Bone, one of my favorite cuts, by the way. Welcome. Rasta, Catherine, James, Oscar, Cat Slay, what's up? Game Hinge, Patriot, how's it going? Chrome. Yeah, everybody, welcome. Come on in. The water's fine. What a lovely day this has been so far. Niall, Rebecca, Mr. Will, happy to be here. Me too. Reverend Jim Jones, the third. I love that profile pic. We'll be talking about him as well. Justice Clarence Thomas. I think when he was being confirmed back in, what was that, 90 or 91? And what did he call that? Man. He basically called it like, this is the way he was being treated, and the pushback against his confirmation was, what do you call it, like a modern day lynching or something to that effect. And you would think that him being dragged through the mud, his name, his reputation being dragged through the mud, and just being treated the way he was, and the horrible things that were being said about him and the accusations, you would think that's probably the worst time in his life. But I beg to differ. I have a different time. How about this? He went to law school with Hillary Clinton. Huh? What do you think? Being accused of sexual assault or spending time near Hillary Clinton? One is way worse than the other. So poor guy. He made it through two horrible instances in his life. David Hamas, what up? JG, what's up, David? I see that go Army nonsense. Don't do that. Get that out of here. Army stands for aren't really men yet. I'm fucking with you, man. I appreciate it. Welcome. Laura, None the Miser. Miguel. I used to have a homeboy in junior high named Miguel. We called him Miggy. Jason, Roddy, unboxed character. Take the wheel in the most armored car ever. Yeah, that thing's what they call it, the Beast or something. The tank, like the presidential limo. That thing is like a tank with tires on it. But they said, well, we'll get into what they said about it. It's so fucking Stupid. Who believes it? Who believes this sham, this comedy skit known as the January 6th hearings? You know what we used to do when I was in high school? We do that to each other. That's what I say to that. That's for you. Here you go. In your face, January 6th hearings. You waste of fucking time and taxpayer money. You waste of electricity. All the lights on and the microphones. That could be going somewhere else. What a waste. People, viewer-funded platform, Venmo, Green for Green, Cash App, $ Jericho Green 1, Super Chats. Get them up in here. I'll read them. First come, first serve. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. So what are we going to talk about today? First of all, you know we're going to start it with Good Gun, and there's a good one today. Trump, take the wheel. Allegedly, as testified upon by, I don't know, I remember her stupid name, but I'll read it in this article I'll pull up. But she testified under oath. I saw a meme. Shout out to my girl, Patricia Dixon. Her YouTube feed is on fire. But there's a picture of this woman who had her right hand up, swearing under oath to tell the truth. And then you got Juicy in there. You got Amber Heard in the background. You got Blasey Ford, Garth from Wayne's World's stunt double. Dana Carvey's mom. They're all in the picture. Like she's joining the pantheon of these fucking liars under oath. She said that President Trump, now, and this is through somebody else, but she said that on January 6th, President Trump said, and I quote, he's in the presidential limousine, shit is kicking off, and the driver, I think it was the driver, said, no, sir, we're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol. Trump said, according to her, I'm the fucking president. We're going to the Capitol. And then he reaches over and grabs the wheel. President Trump. Okay, don't get caught up in the mean things he says about celebrities and politicians and shit like that. Let's keep it real. President Trump reached up. How did he get there? Did he have the partition down? He reached up and grabbed the wheel to the limousine. Such bullshit. But that's what she said under oath. We'll read a little bit about that. Hillary Clinton, she opened that disgusting hole under her disgusting nose that I'm sure was jam-packed with cocaine back in the day. And said some bad things about Clarence Thomas. What? Wait a minute. I thought you guys were about POCs, people of color. I would think you would champion even more the successful POCs. But they're shitting on him. It's all right. He got a wide umbrella. It ain't touching him. The comments from these fucking idiots are like BBs off a battleship. Pew, pew. Talk about that shit. What's her name? Ghislaine, inmate number, blah, blah, blah. Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's bitch, his wrangler. She got 20 years in the pen. Girl, I hope you like clam. I hope you like glazed donuts because your face is going to look like you ate one for the next 20 years. Boo-hoo. Then, if I have time, I want to read an article in the New York Post. Keep in mind, in the New York Post, about Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. It's an article, and they are bashing her ass. They're taking her to task. They're taking her ass. They're taking her Indian, Black, Jamaican, whatever she needs to be to please whatever group she's sitting in front of, ass behind the woodshed. They're taxing that ass. In the New York Post. Can you believe it? We're going to get to all that and more. But before we get started, I got to send a shout out. It was a super chat yesterday. It came in at the very end as I was signing off of the live stream. It couldn't have gotten any more Indiana Jones under the closing door grabbing his hat than that. So shout out to Vermin Infested. sent $10. He said, keep up the great work, my brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and I appreciate your gosh monies. Thank you very much. Super chats. I told you first come, first serve. So let's do it, shall we? And not like that. Not that kind of let's do it, you preverts. That's what my freshman PE teacher, R.I.P. Mr. Ferreira, he used to call us preverts when we were freshmen. He's like, you're too young. You're not perverts yet. You're preverts. Great teacher, funny man. He made class entertaining. You got to be good to keep the attention of a bunch of 14 and 15-year-olds. He was funny. When we do push-ups, and then we always have the turkey trot. It's like a little obstacle course type thing he had set up right before we go on Thanksgiving break. Or no, it's a turkey bowl, turkey something. But he had this series of, running and obstacles and stuff like that in competitions against each other before we would go on Thanksgiving break. And when we were doing push-ups, some people put their ass up in the air to give their arms a break. They're like, what are you, a aircraft carrier for seagulls? Put your butt down. Great man. Could you call a class of young men preverts now? No, you probably get pulled into the principal's office and get doxxed and some bullshit. But that was 1994. R.I.P. Mr. Ferreira. Mr. Robert Crawford. Robert Crawford. Thank you very much for the Hamilton. It says, Jericho, your state recalled Master Splinter's nephew, but then voted him back in. Is there hope? No, there's no hope in California. Like when you release a balloon, that was hope in California. Bye. Guess you're going to land somewhere else. There's no hope in California. We are fugged. John Yamas Jr. Pride check. That's right. Thank you for reminding me, people. You know what this is? This is June 29th. What does that mean? Sorry. Maybe it's the fan that's blowing dust around. But that means tomorrow's the last day of Pride Month. Ooh, sorry, almost didn't get through it. Yeah, man, that means tomorrow's the last day of Pride Month. Oh, so one of your last chances to do your pride check. Are you being a fucking ally? Huh? Make sure your pride is on tight. You only got a day and a half left to show your support. Show it. That also means another day and a half of only eating Skittles because it's rainbow candy and you show support wherever you can. You cisgender fucker. So tomorrow we are going to do some morning for the last day of Pride Month. Thank you. Ooh, thank you for bearing with me. Vilma Reyes, thank you very much for the Hamilton. She said, did you hear that California released the names of all concealed carry people along with their addresses, their names, and their gender by accident? I did hear about that shit. And I was going to talk about that mañana. But yeah, I heard about that. Of course, California. How do you accidentally release the names of these people? What database were you in where you were like, this isn't a romantic comedy? Okay, you didn't accidentally email a picture of your dick to the entire office. This is people's private information in a hostile environment. Don't act like Republicans or conservatives or people who support the Second Amendment are loved by the majority of society in California. That was on purpose. And if it was an accident, where are you apologizing and firing the person who did this? Because you can't make mistakes like that. That was done on purpose. They were hoping that something happens to these people. But being that it's California, they are very, almost painfully stupid. So you're going to release the names of people who you know carry guns in hopes that something happens to them. Are you hoping that they shoot some dumbass who listened to you and did something to them so then you can tighten down even more on gun laws and CCWs? Did you learn nothing from the Supreme Court last week in New York State? But can you believe that? Of course, yes, it is California. Thank you very much, Vilma Reyes. Who else is up in here throwing that money around? Huh? I see you. Oh, I see you. Wait, where'd it go? Boy, I'll get this thing down one of these days, people. I just saw it. Hold on. There it is. Ransom Shan, thank you very much. Jericho, did you hear of Bill Clinton's appointed Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer announced his resignation? Yeah, there was talks of that a few months ago. That's why they put what's her name in there, Jumanji Brown. That's whose spot she was taking. You know, the one who doesn't know what a woman is yet. She's on the Supreme Court. Oh boy. John Clark, thank you very much for the 50. I appreciate that. Mr. Protractor, last day of pervert month. That's right. Don't try to hide your tears. I know we're all a little broken up inside about the last day. Pride month. I gotta stop saying that. I can't make it through. Game Henge Patriot, only one more day of this shit. That's right, man. Stay strong. Stay strong. Or lady. I don't want to misgender. None the miser. It's almost Canada Day. Yo, hoser. What you talking about? Yes, Tony Montana. They're related. Nancy Pelosi is Gavin Newsom's aunt. Hate to go to that family reunion. Ugh, could you imagine? Ew. Could you imagine going to a family reunion with Nancy Pelosi, Gavin Newsom, and Nancy Pelosi's drunk driving ass husband? Oh my goodness. You'd have to wear, what do they call those waders, those boots that fly fishers wear? Because that bullshit's going to be deep. You don't want that stuff getting inside your socks. Ugh. My goodness. That would be, oh, no way. I could not. I could not go to that family reunion. Ew. Gross. All right. That's a disgusting thought. I'm sorry I gave that to you guys. But here we go. How about some good news, huh? Let's wash that thought away with some good news. This is a segment I like to call Good Gun. We hear so much about the gun violence and all the bad things that people do with guns, but here we do the opposite. We talk about the good things that good people do with firearms in their hand. And guess what? They are legally obtained. They are carrying them legally. Hold on, let me get a little sip. Here. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, our little 100+ heat wave up here is over for now. Right now, it's only 88 degrees. I can live with that. So, Clearwater woman attacked in her bedroom. Shoots intruder dead, police say. Your bedroom. Can you not let your guard down anywhere? Clearwater, Florida. A Clearwater woman shot a man who attacked her in her bedroom Tuesday morning, according to police. A CPD release said officers responded to the shooting on Flagler Drive at 8:49 a.m. You son of a bitch. After the woman called 911. Officers said the woman woke up to find Justin William Wright, 26, in her bedroom before he attacked her. Police said he lived on the same road as the victim. Oh, our neighbors are cool. Let's leave our doors unlocked. Hell no. I don't trust nobody. She was able to reach out and call 911 during this attack, but the attack persisted, CPD Chief Daniel Slaughter said, at which time she was able to retrieve a gun that she had lawfully. The victim managed to get a gun and fatally shot him in self-defense, according to police. Slaughter said the woman had injuries that were consistent with a self-defense situation. So what kind of weak, and thank God this dude was physically weak as shit. Because how are you attacking someone yet they can grab the phone and then grab their gun? Fortunately, he was a weak bitch and she was able to do that. We're going to avoid talking about too many of the details, even though you gave out her street name. But I can tell you she was asleep in the residence, he said. She was attacked. She does have injuries that are consistent with that attack. The situation is still under investigation. We certainly don't chalk it up to self-defense and move on, he said. There is an awful lot of work that has to occur. The crime scene is going to be investigated just like any other death or murder or homicide, as in this particular case, potentially a justified homicide. What do you mean potentially? I know he has to talk like that and allegedly, and we have an investigation to do, but you know damn good and well, ain't no charges going to be brought on that woman. I don't care if she illegally obtained that weapon. Luckily, she had it because Mr. Wright wasn't in there to do anything nice. That 26-year-old thug who had probably been watching her, stalking her. He lived on the same street. You could at least say that at this time, we don't see any charges being filed against her. Something like that. We're going to do the investigation like any other murder or homicide. That's cut and dry. And I know, again, he has to talk like that and say those things. And we have the justice system and all that bullshit. But sometimes, don't you wish that we could just cut the shit? Like in cases like this woman sleep in her bedroom. This motherfucker comes in, was going to do something to her, fights with her, and she kills his ass. Do we really need the courts for this? Do we really need an investigation? She did not go down the street, knock on his door, shoot him, and then drag him into her house. He was there on his own free will. He wanted that. He wanted his lead content to go up. Sometimes, this may be a slippery slope, but I'm going to say this shit anyway. Sometimes there are cases where we can just bypass the court system and go ahead, pass go, and get right to the punishment. Or in a case like this, the punishment's already been given out. And no matter how that woman, and it was attained lawfully, she bought an illegal firearm, but even if she didn't, this dude had it coming. If it was illegally obtained, hey, take it from her. Sorry, lady, we got to do something. Give me your gun. Have a good day. But they should change the name of the street that woman lives on to her last name. Thankfully, that woman did have a firearm, or she would be another statistic. It'd be the perpetrator is still on the loose. We're combing through the DNA evidence. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the victim. That's what it would have been. But instead, she went to work or whatever she had to do that day and went about her life. So good for you, Clearwater woman. And that is another segment of Good Gun. Let's see. Ooh, we'll talk about this one. Oh boy. Remember, Venmo, Green for Green, Cash App, $ Jericho Green 1, the number 1. Super chats, get them in here. You get them in. First come, first serve. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Oh, man. This here is a good one. This one here is a good one. So, let's see. According to CBS News, Trump tried to grab the steering wheel, lunged at the head of security after he was told he couldn't go to the Capitol on January 6th. Former Meadows aide says he lunged for him, head of security. Okay. In stunning testimony delivered Tuesday at the 6th public hearing on the Capitol assault. This is an assault on us. These bullshit hearings. Cassidy Hutchinson, a former aide to Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, said recounted hearing. Here we go. Watch the words. To a former aide to Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said recounted hearing about how President Trump tried to grab the steering wheel of the presidential vehicle and lunged at his head of security after he was told he could not go to the Capitol on January 6th. Hutchinson said that after Trump delivered his speech to the crowd at the Ellipse that day, she returned to the White House and saw Anthony Ornato, a senior Secret Service official who was detailed to the White House and served as deputy chief of operations. Ornato pulled her into his office where Trump's head of security at the time, Robert Engel, was sitting in a chair looking somewhat discombobulated and a little lost, she said. Remember, she's saying all this bullshit under oath. She said Ornato told her that when Trump entered the Beast, the president's heavily armored SUV limousine, he still believed it would be possible for him to go to the Capitol. But when Engel told him they couldn't for security reasons, Trump had a very strong, very angry response. She said she was told. My goodness. The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president. Take me to the Capitol now," she said. When told that it wouldn't be possible, Trump reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab the steering wheel, she said. Ornato told her. Engel then grabbed his arm and said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol," she said. In response, she said, Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Engel, noting that when Ornato told her the story, he motioned towards his clavicles. So one hand on the wheel and one hand on the dude's clavicles. Okay. Hutchinson told the committee that Engel did not correct or dispute anything Ornato said. After the hearing, the Secret Service released a statement that said it intended to respond to Hutchinson's testimony. The United States Secret Service has been cooperating with the Select Committee since its inception in spring of 2021 and will continue to do so, including by responding on the record to committee regarding the new allegations surfaced in today's testimony. U.S. Secret Service spokesperson Anthony Guglielmi, that's a fucking hard one, said in a statement to CBS News. A source close to Secret Service confirmed to CBS News that Engel and the driver are prepared to testify under oath that neither man was physically attacked or assaulted by Trump, and that the former president never lunged for the steering wheel of the vehicle. Let me say it my way. He never lunged for the steering wheel of the fucking vehicle. I added fucking in there because that's how ridiculous it is. They do not dispute that Trump was irate or that he demanded to be taken to the Capitol in the language that Hutchinson related to the committee. The committee also played recorded testimony from then White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, who said that after returning to the White House, Trump still attempted to go to the Capitol. I believe when he got back to the White House, he said he wanted to physically walk with the marchers. McEnany said, according to my notes, he then said he would be fine with just riding in the beast. To the best of my recollection, he wanted to be a part of the march in some fashion. Hutchinson's testimony about what transpired in the car is one of many revelations that emerged during the hearing. Hutchinson also said Trump knew some of the members of the crowd at the rally at the Ellipse ahead of the Capitol riot. They had guns and other weapons, but said he didn't care and wanted them to be let into the rally anyway. I'll read that one more time. Hutchinson also said Trump knew that some of the members of the crowd at his rally at the Ellipse ahead of the Capitol riot had guns and other weapons, but said he didn't care and wanted them to be let into the rally anyway. She testified that Trump said something to the effect of, so hold on a second. Something to the effect of, this is the worst thing that ever happened to our country. You were there in this highly tense moment, and it was something to the effect of. Something to the effect of, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Take the effing mags away. Let my people in. They can march the Capitol from here. Let the people in. Take the effing mags away. Okay. Trump responds on Truth Social, which I'm waiting for them to make an Android version. I hardly know who this person is. Cassidy Hutchinson is, other than I heard very negative things about her, a total phony and a leaker, he wrote. But let's get back up to here, where this fucking clown, make sure you like and sub, share, please. See if we can hit 1,000 today. This fucking clown got up there and said that the sitting president of the United States knew people were there with guns. No one ever used them. No one ever saw them. I ain't seen no footage with anybody having a gun. The only gun I saw was that punk-ass officer who shot Ashley Babbitt in her neck. But these, and had guns to where the president knew about it. And then she says one of the dumbest things I've ever heard come out of a human being's suck hole. She said that he said, take their magazines away. Don't take the gun, take the magazines away. They're not here to hurt me. Now, don't you think from these imaginary gun holders in this crowd, that chain of communication all the way to the president of the fucking United States of America, nowhere in there did the Secret Service intercept that and say, I'm sorry, sir, who has guns? Because the Secret Service, it's kind of what they do, you know, protecting the president and shit. So the Secret Service didn't catch, here's our chain of communication, guys. This is what I'm looking at here. Between these gun holders and the president of the United States, the leader of the free world. This is all the Secret Service does. They don't get food. They don't grab coffee. They don't take phone calls. They don't do meetings. Their sole purpose is to protect the president of the United States, no matter who he is. And they didn't catch wind of somebody in the crowd having guns and the president knew about it? I mean, there's a cornucopia of questions that are erupting from my brainstem, but I can only focus on one. Who the fuck believes that? She testified under oath. I remember, kids, let's go way back in the day when testifying under oath meant something. That was important. You better tell the truth. Because this little thing called perjury, that can get you fucked up. That can get you in prison, federal time. Under oath. She said that the president knew people had guns in the audience. Just take the magazines away. And then she testified, you know, his hand was around the clavicles. Hey, I think Trump can handle himself. I'm sure if you put him and Biden in the octagon, Trump's coming out unscathed. But I don't think he's badass enough to be reaching for the wheel of the limousine as it's driving. And then, I'm sorry, is this President Donald Trump or President Bruce Lee? Is this President Donald Trump or President John Wick? Is this President Donald Trump or President Steven Seagal? Pre-2000 Steven Seagal, when that ponytail was still banging. I'm talking out for justice, Steven Seagal. Because if he's just Donald Trump, I want to know how he was able to go for that wheel and then reach for someone's clavicles. And it pisses me off that she said clavicles. Just say clavicle. Just say the neck. I know you probably didn't rehearse this live very much, but come on. At least make it sound like a regular human is talking. So you reach for his clavicles. That's the way I feel like you should say clavicles. So when he did that, did his suit jacket rip from his muscles flexing to be able to do that? And then right after she says that, when I was reading it, I was thinking, why didn't they just get these Secret Service agents to testify? Why do they get this fucking idiot who's 2 or 3 people removed from what happened? Why wouldn't they do that? And then right after that, they say that, oh, the Secret Service members in question will be glad to testify that they did not see that bullshit. They said, we heard the language, and I don't blame him. Who wouldn't say, I'm the fucking president. You take me where I want to go. I can understand that. But he did not reach for the wheel and then lunge, as she said, he lunged for his clavicles. So let's circle back around to the original question. Who the fuck believes that? You got the dude she was talking about saying, hey, no problem. We'll get up there and testify against everything that bitch just said, because that didn't happen. He was pissed, yeah. He didn't fucking Seagal that bitch and grabbed the wheel. What, he pinned him up against the side of the limousine by his clavicles? What the? How much is, I want to see the price tag on this bullshit when it's all said and done, when they've told all their lies and repeated the other shit we already knew. What's the price tag on this? What was the price tag on the Russia bullshit? Wasn't that like $30 million? What the fuck? Who believes that? Yeah, Tom Baldwin. Lapels. Yeah, say lapels, not clavicles. You can't even grab anyone by their clavicles. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. What is this shit? I can't believe it. I cannot believe that this is what these people are doing. How much is your cost of fuel and your cost of food and every damn thing else gone up? We hit over 1,000 in the live. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm getting to your super chats right now. All this shit going on in this country, and you are doing a January 6th hearing for something that happened almost 2 years ago? Couldn't you have put this hearing together in, I don't know, a day or two, spend a week on it and be done and don't televise it? But no, this is a production. No hearing should have a producer. What the fuck, man? What? What else can you say about this? She got up there and testified about something she wasn't there to witness. Like she's more brave than the Secret Service members that get up there and testify. Like they're scared to get up there. Why would they pick? Who the fuck is she? She's a nobody. She's a staff member. She's a staff member of one of his staff members. She was an aide for his chief of staff. She was a donut getter. And no, I ain't talking down on anybody who's rising through the ranks in DC or whatever. You start where you got to start. You do what you got to do. But should she be testifying in the biggest hearing for the worst event in American history? Fuck no. Guys, what? How? I don't even understand that. Is that how strapped you guys are for witnesses? You got to get witnesses that weren't witnesses? She wasn't even there. And people are taking this shit seriously. They are blowing their load on this January 6th committee. They're swinging for the damn fences. And this is what they march out there? What the man? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. This is ridiculous. Well, you already know what's going to happen when the Secret Service agents who were there are actually in the limousine, the one who had their clavicle assaulted and the one who he was trying to take the wheel from. You know what they're going to say. They're going to say, no. I'm sure Secret Service can get the president off of them. All of them. Maybe you go back to Roosevelt. Maybe he'd do his thing. But our presidents aren't known for their fighting skills. I'm sure Secret Service could whoop all the president's asses. But he's going to let one grab him by his clavicles. Get the fuck out of here. Baron Von Blair said, I'm broke. California love from Corona Jericho, hey man, thank you. I thank you for sharing what few dollars you have with me. If you're in California, you broke. If you ain't super rich, you're California broke. That's for sure. Westfield 90, thank you for that super sticker. Mary Stark, thank you for that super sticker. Like in my mind, you guys are all like super. Oh, I haven't seen any today, but to all the trolls in here, hey, make sure you eat a dick. Okay, make sure you do that before you go to sleep tonight. Eat a dick. All right, Westfield 90 again. Thank you. In those limos, you can't reach from the back. A partition exists, and also it's too far. So sick of the lies. That's what I'm saying, man. Did he be like, hey, put the partition down. Put it down. Put the partition down. What? What the fuck, man? Does that partition go down, or is it permanent for security purposes? My goodness, man. What the fuck? No. He punched through. Chuck Norris kicked that fucking partition open. He punched a hole through it. And he punched so hard, like he didn't knock the whole partition. He just put a hole in it. That's how hard he hits. Westfield 90, again, thank you for your generosity. None of this nonsense would be happening if GOP didn't vote for rhinos who always backstab their voters, party and nation. Please stop. For sure. The only thing worse than one of these crazy-ass Democrats in there talking this January 6th Green New Deal open border bullshit is a rhino. That's a Republican in name only. They're bigger pieces of shit than them. Deplorable chump. Oh, you must have been talking to Hillary Clinton. The can't understand normal thinking is lying. True that. This is some of the dumbest, craziest shit I've ever seen. Like, you heard him. January 6th was the worst thing to happen. It was worse than 9/11, and you got people up there under oath who weren't there. Wow. Captain Mad Mark Allen, thank you for the Hamilton. Longtime listener, first time super chat. Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to bust your super chat cherry. I hope I was gentle. Keep spreading the word, my friend. I promise. Scout's honor. I was a Cub Scout too, by the way. I was getting my patches, all that shit. We had to read books and stuff. I was getting it. Almost got kicked off for telling a dirty joke. Westfield 90. Again, guys, be like him. Thank you very much again. Guaranteed DOJ will indict Trump just to grab headlines for months, like impeachment, even though no evidence of a crime exists. Sad. And you know what's more sad than that is the people who are willfully ignorant about it. You know, good and fucking well he didn't do that. You know, good and well these people are lying. Can they be that dumb? Oh, wow. Amanda Mitchell, who the hell says clavicle? Only people in the medical field. Exactly. Hey, reach for his clavicles. Fuck out of here. Oh, man. Susie, we will see our leader tonight on his podcast. Yes, I hope it never comes on 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do not want you guys to have to choose between me and President Trump, but if you do, all right. Eddie B, thank you for the twomp. JG, this Hutchinson is such a liar. Yes, she is. I mean, Trump didn't get into the beast that day after the speech. He got into an SUV type of vehicle. Liz Cheney will get hers when she loses epically to Harriet Hageman. Hageman. Yeah, Liz Cheney, what a piece of shit she is. It's just laughable that you're allowed to get up there and none of those bastards up there on this committee said anything. So that means they're not there for the truth. They're there for a witch hunt. None of you said anything. If you're really a non-biased panel or committee, you're just there for the truth. Why didn't you say anything? Why not? And who's that fool's name? Benny Thompson, that race pimp they have, who's the head of it, who kicked off these bullshit proceedings by telling a story about the racism in Mississippi and how this is like white supremacy. All of them. Shut the fuck up. Liars. Oh my goodness. Salty bitch. I didn't call her that, guys. That's her name. Look. Super sticker. Thank you very much for that. Can I do this? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'll start doing. I'll start clicking on the super chats. I know people are like, duh, Jericho, you didn't know that? No, I didn't. No, I did not. I cannot believe it. All right, was that it? No, that ain't it. Another one up here. There we go. JB's Garage. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Preach. There we go. Maria Plays. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, folks. Folks and folks and folks. Okay. Anyway, that is, I don't know what else to say about that stupid ass bullshit. Take me to the fucking Capitol. Okay. So, oh yeah, let's celebrate, shall we? But first, friends, temperatures aren't the only thing rising. Gasoline prices, food prices, tensions throughout society, global conflict, supply chain breakdowns, you name it. Experts say the looming global food crisis will be worse than any year since WW2. What should you do? Go to preparewithjericho.com and get your long-term emergency food storage from My Patriot Supply while you still can. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company with millions of satisfied customers. Their food lasts for up to 25 years in storage. When you need it, it will be there. Act quickly and save $150 on a 3-month emergency food kit. These kits provide breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks totaling over 2,000 calories a day. You won't go hungry when you have this emergency food. So go to preparewithjericho.com, save $150 on your 3-month emergency food kit. Go to preparewithjericho.com. Get your family's emergency food while there's still time. Preparewithjericho.com. So, good news, everybody. And I never hear how I'm supposed to pronounce this woman's name, but who gives a fuck, right? But Maxwell, I know how to say her last name, inmate number, whatever it's going to be, clam diver, whatever she's going to be. Rachel S., yeah, be a moderator. How do I do that? Do I just give my blessing, or there's some technical stuff I have to do? If so, Rachel S., and anybody else who would like to, shoot me an email at jerichogreen2018@gmail.com. Or if I don't need to do anything, go get them. Yeah, please do that. But if so, hit me up. None the Miser, Jizz Lane. Yeah, that's where she's going to be living. Change your address to Jizz Lane. That's where you're going to be residing for the next 20 years. You fucking bitch. What did she do? She was Jeffrey Epstein's wrangler. She went out there and procured all these young ladies, 14, 15, 16, 17, whatever flavor these perverts wanted. She would go get them. She was the retriever. And unfortunately, Epstein, where are the roaches at? Welcome to your first Jericho Green Live. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to serve out his sentence. He killed himself. And maybe she'll kill herself too. But great. She got 20 years. She should have got more. Maybe, I would think they did this. But hold on a second. Someone's getting blocked. Did they offer her less time? Or did they say, hey, look, you tell us who these people are, we'll give you less than 20 years. Was she like a G? She was just like, nah, fuck that. I'll take it on the chin. I'll take the time. I ain't saying shit. Is that what happened? Did they never say that to her? I don't know. Why haven't we heard anything about her guest list? And Princess, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years. How long did they give Bill Cosby? 30 years or something? But this child molester, they don't? Why was it only 20? So I don't know. I don't know. Did they was it a plea bargain thing? Like, why haven't we heard the names of the people on the list? You would think that would be one of the first things is to have the people on the list, because this is the whole reason for the trial, because people were on the list to go do these horrible things. Scaff Lagoon, thank you very much, says, we are in a battle for our souls. I weep for my children. Yeah, man, when you have kids, in this fucked up world that we're going to leave them to, you really want to do your part to try to make it better, because you are going to leave it to them. You're going to be here the whole time. I wish I could live forever and be there for my kids, protect them and all this shit, and fight for a better world for them to live in. But that's not the way it goes. So yeah, that's terrible that she only got 20, but hey, maybe they'll squeeze her for some more information. She's going to get squeezed, just not the way she wants to be. Oh, well, how do you think those girls felt? How do you think those teenage girls felt? You think they wanted to be on fucking Molestation Island? No, they did not want to be, and neither will you. But oh well, you made the bed. Now it's time to get molested in it. See ya. Got another super duper. Thank you very much. Andrea Viola. They are trying to start a civil war. That's why they are after Trump. Why didn't the Republican start their own January 6th trial? Commie sympathizers. Yes, they're trying. They're trying their damnedest. They are trying to separate us along all social lines, sexually, racially, economically. They're leaving no stone unturned when it comes to this holding on to their power. They have a death grip on it. They do not want to relinquish it. And us being tax-paying human beings, that means absolutely nothing to them. Pamela Pollock, thank you as well for the Hamiltons. When I say Hamilton, it makes me think of George Hamilton. Remember he had Zorro, and he made that movie, Zorro and the Gay Blade? Could they make Zorro and the Gay Blade now? If they did, it would be disgusting. Because the original, which had George Hamilton in it, was more of a comedy. This would be like some social justice, SJW, woke bullshit, and it would be gross. It would be chock full of... Anyway, please don't make that movie, Hollywood. Please. Don't make that movie, and keep your disgusting, perverted hands off of anything from the 80s and the 90s that I enjoyed in my childhood. Thank you. So, again, Ghislaine Maxwell, 20 years. Ha ha ha, you deserve it. I hope your life sucks. So, Clinton, Hillary, she had some bad things to say about Clarence Thomas. That's not nice. Hillary is a person of color. You can't do that. You can't speak ill of a person of color, you wench. But she did. And will they say anything? Nope. Not only is she a lefty, she's a Clinton. You don't want to get Epstein in this bitch. And this is from the New York Post. Hillary Clinton blasts Clarence Thomas as a person of grievance after the Roe reversal. And it's funny, I was like, the constitutional right. No. Hillary Clinton piled on Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas Tuesday, calling him a, quote, person of grievance, full of resentment and anger. Probably because he had to go to law school with your punk ass. The former First Lady, U.S. Senator, and Secretary of State, as well as twice defeated presidential candidate, I like how they threw that in there, made the jaw-dropping comment during an interview with CBS Mornings host Gayle King. Gayle King is like the tray you put in the bottom of a bird cage. She just catches all the shit. She interviewed Juicy Smollett. She interviewed Kamala Harris. And now she interviewed Hillary Clinton. Girl, you catching all the turd nuggets. She said, I went to law school with him, said Clinton. It's 1973, graduate of Yale Law School. Ooh, 73. That must have been around the time she was courted by Bill Clinton. Thomas received his JD from the school a year later. He's been a person of grievance for a long time, as I've known him. Resentment, grievance, anger. Ooh. Same description, same emotional description of people who are anywhere near you. Thomas has been the subject of an onslaught of outrage over his concurring opinion in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Center, which overturned the court's landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade decision and returned the issue of abortion to each of the 50 states. In his opinion, Thomas insisted the court reconsider and correct precedents based on the legal doctrine of substantive due process, including decisions that establish the right to free contraception use and same-sex marriage across the country. Clinton said the concurrence was Thomas's way of signaling conservatives and Republican-led state legislatures to find cases and pass laws targeting those rights. Signaling. I guess they're done with dog whistle. I may not win the first, the second, or third time, but we're going to keep at it, Clinton claimed Thomas was saying. Oh, shut up. That sounds like something she would say. I didn't win the first or the second time, but maybe the third. Oh, she looks terrible. Look at that. I'm sorry if this cracks your screen. Oh, sorry. Especially if you were eating. Sorry about that. The people he is speaking to are the, right-wing, very conservative judges and justices and state legislators, she added. And the thing that is, well, there's so many things about it that are deeply distressing. But women are going to die, Gail. Women will die. Ugh. You guys, I'm sorry. You know I like to be authentic here, so let me read it in her voice. My bad. Conservatives ripped Clinton for her comments while defending Thomas's personal character. Let's see. I think that's it for her. I think that's it for her quotes. I should have done that before. I should have done it in her real voice. That way, they're giving it more effect. Here, I'll read this one. I'll read this part over again just so you could hear her actual voice, so we can get the full effect. Blake or Black Lake, you can't super chat. What the fuck, YouTube? I don't know. Well, you can try the Venmo, Green for Green, or Cash App, $ Jericho, and the number 1 if the super chats are being dicks. But I don't know why that's not happening, Black Lake. I apologize. But here's what Clinton said and how she said it. The people he is speaking to are, right-wing, very conservative judges and justices and state legislatures. And the thing that is, well, there's so many things about it that are deeply distressing. But women are going to die, Gail. Women will die. That's better. That's Hillary Clinton's voice. There it is. I'm sorry, guys. When she gets to going, it's her demon qualities, I guess, that bubble to the surface, and that's when her real voice comes out. I'm sorry. That's how she really talks, guys. So next time I read quotes from Hillary Clinton, that's how I'll do it. Yeah, Dr. Claw. That is, yeah, from Inspector Gadget, Winthrop. I just thought about that. But yeah, if that's not the way she talks, you let me know in the comment section. But that's how I hear it. Deplorables. Yep, that was it. So another white person coming down on this black man. I thought that wasn't allowed. I thought we lived in a time where everybody needed to be an ally for people of color, except for Martha Stewart, apparently, and Hillary Clinton. Both of them, gross. One was in jail. One should be in jail. Am I lying? I think not. But that's, that's the beauty of it, because we get to continue to see the fallout. They're not done. They have to keep this shit going. Emotions are all they have. You're going to see a lot of this bullshit coming out about Clarence Thomas and the other conservative justices, because this is it. But what's going to happen is Biden is pervertus, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. Heidi, 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 ho. That guy, he is going to continue to fuck things up so bad that is going to overshadow, that's going to outshout these idiots talking about Roe v. Wade being overturned. It will fade away, because in the grand scheme of things, abortion rights is not a huge thing on the voters' minds, especially on a national scale, and especially while we're dealing with all of this bullshit. So it will fade away. Some people will remember it, but I think especially with the younger crowd, the younger voters are not going to be focused on that bullshit, because everything that's happening right now is hitting everyone in the wallet. Everyone is getting kicked in the wallet by these policies, by the taxes, by the inflation, especially if you're in California. So that's where people vote, is with their wallet. They're going to talk all that shit at the dinner table. They're going to talk all that shit around their friends on social media, hashtag this and that, orange man bad, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, in the privacy of their home with their mail-in ballot, and if you're in California, they're probably going to send you one, even if you don't want it, like they did last time, or when you're in that booth. That's when the truth is going to come out. The truth is going to mark that box, because you're not going to want that. You're going to be tapping out. We're all financially going to be tapping out from what's going on, what we're being charged for everything, because it's not just gas. Everything comes off of a truck. You see them out on the highway. Sometimes it's the shipping container right off the damn ship. They just back that truck up and put the container on that bitch. We are going to be paying more for everything. And what about the rich people? Well, they're not going to feel it. The people that work for them are going to feel it. Believe me, we're all going to feel the crunch, because everything costs more. The supplies that these business owners and shit, the farmers, or supplies for any business, that's all going to cost more, because it comes off a damn truck. And even if somehow it doesn't, UPS, FedEx, DHS, the post office, whoever brings it to your business, they ride in vehicles that are powered by gas. So people are going to get sick of this shit. People won't be able to handle it. People are going to have to make real decisions between one thing or the other. People are going to be, if not already, calling in sick to work because you don't have the gas to get there. Well, how's that going to work? You got to go to work to make money. It's a vicious, fucked up cycle that people are not going to be able to withstand for much longer. And come November, and again, all the shit we're dealing with. And yesterday, I forgot to mention the bullshit California. What is it? The California tax rebate? That bullshit? That dumb shit? He ain't sending that out till October. What month comes after October? Oh, November. Just in time. Just in time to convince the weak-minded ones, you give me money, so I'm going to vote for you. I don't have a very long memory. So those dummies are going to get swept up. They're lost causes. But that's who's going to fall for this rope-a-dope. That's who's going to fall for the banana in their damn tailpipe. Alexi Reed. Hey, Jericho. Glad to see you. Go politics, man. All right, I'll think about it. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. But that's why they're doing this bullshit. And those of us, I mean, we know what's up. But can we convince? No, we can't convince them. I should say, will enough people realize the bullshit and do something about it and not vote for these people and to vote these people out? I don't know. We'll see. States like California, New York, Oregon, Washington, Maryland, Illinois, are pretty much all up the East Coast. Those states are lost, especially the West Coast. Lost. Don't look to California for shit. We ain't going to help in any way, shape, or form. We'll try. Those of us inside this state will try. But the liberal cancer, it's spread. I don't know if it can be saved. But states like that, fuck them. But everybody else, you're going to have to pick up the slack. You're going to have to pick up the mantle, put another yoke around your neck, and help save this damn country. Remember, Venmo, green for green. Cash App, $ Jericho Green 1. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. For snail mail. I see another super up in this piece. So let's see. Who is it? Who are you? What movie is that from? Is it a movie? Who are you? Come on. There it is. Lamont on the run. Hey, what's up, man? I appreciate that. I'm going to have to show some love back to you, man. Thank you. It's a twant for 3.3 gallons of gasoline. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's exactly what it is. Back in the day, Lamont, you might be old enough to remember these days. Like I was in high school in the late 90s. Like if you needed a ride from somebody and you said, I got $5 on it, you got $5 on a tank of gas, that was something. $20 would fill it up. Now $20 is 3.3 gallons of gas. That's whoop, whoop, whoop. That's enough to start the truck. Now what? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I see your channel growing, doing great things. Everybody, check him out. Very unique YouTube channel. Thank you, man. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. Oh, Susie. Oh, what'd you say? How much? $7 in Riverside County. Ouch. You get kicked extra hard in the wallet. Ramon Orlando. Ramon, thank you very much. For the $9.99. I appreciate that. Jose Torres. Jericho definitely needs to go on Tim Pool. Yeah, that dude's cool. I've seen a bunch of his videos. Hey, just tell him to have me on. I'm there. Alexi Reed, again, thank you. Thank you. Let me get back up here. Back up here. To Lamont. There we go. Boom. There it is. Okay, Ramon Orlando, I got yours. There was another one. Alexi Reed, there it is. Thank you again. What are your thoughts on FINA banning trans swimmers competing? And that was a huge win for sanity. Yes, it was. Oh, big shout out to my man Brian King B. Falcone. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being a regular. Yeah, that's beautiful. Why is that? That's the sad part. That's considered a win. That's considered a win, not letting Moby Dick swim against other women, minus the dick drag, because that does create drag. Anything in the water creates drag. That is the sad part, that's considered a win. But my thoughts, beautiful. Why isn't everybody, and not just everybody, but everybody, any governing body, any committee, anything like that, saying the same damn thing? If you don't got a clam, I'm sorry, man. It's for the ladies. Ladies, right? Can they have something? Leave them alone. But no, if you got a ding dong, you can't be competing against a woman. It's not fair. It's just not. Captain Cook, thank you for the Hamilton. Let's make a cartoon for kids called, hold on, there we go. For kids called The Despicables, where they go around fighting woke crime. Hey, that would have to be the biggest crime fighting group, or they would have to have like substations around the country, because there's a whole lot of woke shit to fight. They got to have superpowers, because this woke bullshit is permeating everything. It's disgusting. But thank you very much, Captain Cook. My man Ramon Orlando, again, love this channel. sent some money but didn't get to attach a message. But you did. Try not to laugh listening to you at a coffee shop. Hey, yeah, try to maintain, Ramon. Don't have them looking at you crazy. But yeah, again, guys, if YouTube's tripping or super chat, whatever, you can always go the Venmo or Cash App route to do that. I really appreciate that. Lala HK, I love that I'm live now too. This is great. This is much more, because see, I find myself in a bit of a conundrum. I'm doing lives every day. Damn, Tutu Fox, why do you have to bring us back like that? That hurts. When I was 19, I had a Volkswagen Bug, $3 filled it up. Damn, those are the good old days. But I do lives every day, but I save the things to talk about for my lives. So if I do a video, I'm taking away from something I could talk about in my lives. And I have much more fun doing lives. I do videos once a week on my website. So if you are a big fan of those, $3.99 a month to subscribe to my website at jerichogreen.net. I do exclusives you'll only find there once a week. Occasionally, or sometimes I'll be driving around, I'll do videos for that. But I don't really do videos anymore here. They're just all lives, but maybe I'll start doing that. I'll think about it. But doing the lives is a lot of damn fun. A lot of fun. Interacting with you guys, reading the super chats, the questions and shit. And it's just a different format. It's a different animal doing lives. And it's a lot of fun. It reminds me of being on the radio. And I have more time. I have more time to expound on thoughts. And just, your mind takes you other places. You're talking about something while you're talking, you think of something else. So lives are just different. I love them. But that's it, guys. I can hear my son coming out here to ask me, Daddy, are you done? Yes, I am, because I have another live on someone else's channel on Instagram. I'll put that up on my community page. You guys want to check that out at 3:30 PST. But we did it, guys. Another live in the books. I was great. You were great. We were great. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your kashmanis. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for agreeing. Thank you for disagreeing. I do not mind the disagreeing, but people that want to just insult and stuff like that. I mean, I can do that too, but I don't have the time. I have better people to converse with. But just remember, trolls, haters, eat a fat dick. Thank you very much, guys. We'll be here tomorrow, mañana, 1 p.m. PST. Same place, same damn time. Be here or be nowhere. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, pause that, guys. Got another super chat. I must read it. Oh, and to everybody who, when I sign off, I see a lot of people in here. Thank you. Peace out. Hey, thank you very much. Peace out to you as well. I appreciate it. But I got this up. Whoop. There it is. Juan Guiter. I think I said that right. I hope I did. Little sugar for Uncle JG. Salty Army. Whee! Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I love any opportunity I get to say that. Thank you very much, Juan. Good looking out, man. Where was I? Oh, yes. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to jerichogreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.